Hey, what's up guys, Steven here and welcome to my review of the No.1 D5 circular smartwatch from China. So this is probably the most beautiful smartwatch from No.1 I've ever tested, and it's a little bit pricey with around €120. You'll find a link down below in the description, but you also have to keep in mind that this here is a standalone smartwatch. That means it even works without a smartphone, you can do calls, you have the Google Play Store, so I'm pretty excited about it. So let's get directly started and let's check it out. Alright guys, now before we unbox it, let's have a closer look at the specs of this little baby. It runs Android KitKat, so it's not Android Wear, it's not MediaTek OS or whatever, it really runs full Android KitKat. Now regarding the rest, so the system on chip, it's the MTK6752, so it's not a smartwatch chipset actually, but it's clocked here at 1.0 GHz and does a pretty good job. 512 MB of RAM, 4 GB of ROM. On board we have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS and even 3G. It comes with a pedometer, sleep monitor, heart rate monitor. It's waterproof to some level, so just splash waterproof, but don't use it underwater, so it's not fully waterproof. The watch will definitely die if you use it underwater, so this is what happened to my other sample. Now the display looks very good. IPS panel, 360 x 360 pixels, so also quite sharp, and it's a fully circular 360 degree display. Supports Bluetooth Low Energy 4.0 and also Bluetooth 2.1. I think I already told you it's compatible with iOS and Android, and it comes with a 450 mAh battery. So the battery life is not really good, but anyway, 1 day of use is possible. So let's get started and let's have a closer look at the watch and all the accessories. Now guys, let me quickly show you what you can find inside the box, and here's the box. So it doesn't say No.1 on there, so just smartware, and this is how the box looks like, so very basic. In there you will find the smartwatch, you can see it right over here, so pretty cool smartwatch. Here the silver version with the black leather strap, so guess some fake leather because it also feels pretty hard. Here we have all the accessories, so let me quickly show you them. First of all, it came with a screwdriver, you can see it here, so a very small one. This is to remove the back plate, because you can actually put in a SIM card, and if you want to do that you have to unscrew the 4 screws on the bottom side and remove the back plate. We also have here 4 replacement screws, so the screws are very tiny and small. Now if you unscrew the back plate you can really lose them, and we have here 4 additional screws in case if you lose them. There was also a user manual inside, but unfortunately I lost it. Then here we have a micro USB cable, so to charge it for the charging adapter. Now the watch itself, it doesn't come with a micro USB port, because you know it's some kind of waterproof smartwatch. That means we need to have some kind of charging adapter. You can see it right over here, and it's made out of plastic. Now, I'm not so happy with the charging adapter here, because the watch sometimes comes a little bit off. You can see here 4 golden pins touching 4 golden corresponding contacts on the bottom side of the body of the smartwatch. Now the bottom plate here, so yeah, there is some kind of rubber ring, so it prevents the watch from sliding around. But anyway, if you open up the smartwatch, so the band and the strap, and if you make it flat, then also it comes off from the adapter. So I'm not so happy with that adapter. A proper docking station or QI wireless charging would be way better in my opinion. But yeah, at least this thing here does the job, and you can charge the smartwatch pretty fast too. Okay guys, that's basically it, and now I would say let's have a closer look at the smartwatch itself. Okay ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Let's have a closer look at the smartwatch from the outside, and I think the first thing which is really impressive is if you have a look at the display. The colors this time looking beautiful. Viewing angles almost beautiful too. And if you have a look at the display itself, you'll notice there is no black bar at the bottom or at the top, so it's a fully 360 degree display, so full circle, and I think it looks really good. So most cheap smartwatches had a black bar at the bottom, even some more expensive smartwatches, but now it has really, just like other smartwatches from a higher price category, a full circle, so full 360 degree display, which by the way is also an IPS panel, so features great colors, good viewing angles, and 360 x 360 pixels. Okay, so there is still a black inner circle, as you can see, but I think it still looks very good. Now the body of the smartwatch, it's made out of stainless steel, and it's very robust but also quite heavy. So the smartwatch weighs 75 grams. In the spec sheet they said 60, but it feels really kinda heavy. Okay, there's one button, so there's one hardware button here on the right side which you can press, so basically it shuts off the display and turns it off again or brings you back to the clock face. And here at the top, so there are no visible sensors. I guess they're just integrated here into the black bars or something like that. Now let's turn it around. So here we have the back side of the smartwatch. What you can see here is that we have a heart rate monitors and heart rate scanner in the middle, which works pretty good, just like on most other Chinese smartwatches. You see it's made out of stainless steel, says here Bluetooth 4.0. We have here those 4 golden contacts, so for charging, so for the corresponding charging adapter. Here are some holes, and that's like a speaker grid. Also in there, there's an integrated speaker, so you can definitely do calls with the smartwatch, you can listen to music, you hear notifications, and yeah, the smartwatch can also talk to you, so if you use, for instance, Google Voice and all that. Alright, the strap is some kind of cheap material, so I'm not so happy with the strap. Now, here it's very stiff, and as you can see, you can't really bend it here, so also it doesn't feel so comfortable. Now, I guess it's some fake leather. I mean, it looks like real leather, but yeah, I guess that's some fake one. I've already seen that strap on a different smartwatch, I think on the Sea Blaze or something like that, and also on some other No.1 watches. So seems to be some kind of common strap, just a normal one, as you can see, with a normal watch fastener. And yeah, the quality is okay, it gets the job done, but it doesn't feel so premium like, for instance, an iWatch strap. Alright, what you can also see is that there's a little hole in the body, so that's actually a microphone. So you could really do full calls with the smartwatch. It has a SIM card slot inside, which I will show you just in a second. And it has a microphone and a speaker, so it really almost replaces a smartphone. But in terms of usability, it doesn't replace anything, so it's really hard to use. I will tell you that later. So the back side here, it has 4 screws, so you could actually just unscrew all the screws, take them out, and then lift off the back cover. The watch maybe isn't then really waterproof anymore. There's a seal inside, make sure you don't damage it, and don't use it underwater. It's not made to be used underwater, so it's splash water resistant. If you spill water over it, if you wash your hands, nothing will happen. But don't go swimming with the smartwatch. Okay, the strap can be changed, but it's a little bit harder to do. Yeah, if you need a replacement strap, you can get it pretty cheap from China. Alright guys, so that's the smartwatch here from the outside. Before I have a closer look at the menu and how this thing here works, I want to open up the back here, so the bottom plate, and show you how it looks from the inside. So I'll not just quickly do it, I will just grab my screwdriver and unscrew the 4 screws, and then I can show you how to lift off the back cover. Alright, mission accomplished. This is how it looks from the inside. I can also show you the back cover here from the inside. So the bottom plate, we have here the 4 golden contacts, for instance, for charging, with the pins here on the motherboard touching them. We have here the speaker grid, and there's also a seal inside. Yeah, there's a seal around the frame, as you can see, so right over here, that black thing. And if you do not tighten the screws correctly, if you maybe misplace the seal here after you remove the bottom plate, the watch isn't really waterproof anymore. Now it's not fully waterproof, but still, if you damage the seal, water can get in more easily, and be really careful. So here we have a SIM card slot. As you can see, we have here nano SIM card slot, so opening it up is pretty easy and straightforward. So this is how you open it. Then you just put in your SIM card like this, and yeah, then you can close it. Oh, holy crap, it's pretty hard here in front of the camera. And yeah, this is how you insert a SIM card. So that's a cool thing. Now, it's like a smartphone just fit into a smartwatch body. This has pros and cons. Now, the pros, you have a lot of features. Cons, bad battery life, because you have all the features of a smartphone, also with a smartwatch display here, and yeah, the battery is only 450 milliamp hours and mostly not even the full capacity, because you know, sometimes Chinese companies say it's a little bit more, and then actually the battery capacity is less. This is how it looks from the inside: speaker, SIM card slots, heart rate monitor and all that. And now we can actually just put it back together, and I can show you how it performs in Android.